Hey everyone, welcome back to Cosmic Life Astrology. Today we are talking about the week of August 26th through September 2nd. We have yet again another very energetic week ahead of us. I did forewarn you last week that between last week and this week, we have a lot to digest with the astrology. So let's get straight into it. On Monday, we have the moon in Gemini, which could make us a little more scattered-brained and distracted in our thoughts or what we're feeling. We have Mercury at 21 degrees of Leo, which essentially is, it's preparing to go direct. It's stationing, moving extremely slow. And it's also approaching a trine to Chiron in Aries. So this is going to help us clear and heal our thoughts, our conversations. This influence will play out until about September 5th, which I think is going to really speak volumes as to how to navigate the next week. Because a trine aspect is positive, it creates opportunity. So, Mercury trining Chiron is creating an opportunity for healing in some way, shape, or form. So you have to look at where Leo and Aries is in your chart to know what the focus will be during this influence. Hopefully you all do have a birth chart to reference where a lot of this energy is aligning, which will help you navigate what's going to be a focus and how this can possibly impact certain areas of your life. We also have Venus beginning a trine to Uranus. Venus is at 26 degrees of Virgo. Uranus is at 27 degrees of Taurus. And this can bring unexpected changes with love and money. When we're talking about Venus trining Uranus, that alone is a very positive influence because Venus is a benefic planet. And Venus is all about love and money, especially. But, there's also the focus on, what we find beautiful, what brings us peace and harmony, and, anything that we're trying to create, projects that we're doing. But with this influence, it really is about love and money because Uranus is in Taurus, which is a sign that Venus rules. And Taurus is very much focused on our values. And what do we value most? The love that we give and receive, and the money that we have or don't have, or that we give and receive. These are all things that bring us comfort and joy, and what helps us feel comfortable in our journey in life. And it's very this focus is going to be about things that we want long term, especially as both planets are in an earth sign. So whatever comes up, when we're talking about Uranus, we're talking about shakeups, breakups, breakthroughs. Whatever transpires for you, this is to help bring long-term change. And this influence will be strongly felt until Thursday. It perfects on Tuesday, the 27th. So Tuesday and Wednesday, you'll probably feel this energy the most, and then it will release or start releasing even more after Thursday. So on Tuesday, we'll see this perfect with Venus trine Uranus, and we'll also see Mars release from the square to Venus. They have been in a square for about a week. The energy's been, felt for the past week. So a lot of the tensions between the masculine and feminine energies can be released and can calm down now. This is also, possibly a needing to compromise between masculine and feminine energies, but also the energies associated with Mars and Venus. Mars is very action-oriented, very passionate and driven, and wants to, go after things. Venus is very much about what makes us comfortable, what brings us peace, harmony, balance, love, finances. However, Mars being in Gemini, a mutable sign, is more about wanting to make compromises, wanting to discuss plans, especially as it's in Mercury sign. Mars wants to make decisions as well. And Venus in Virgo is not very strong, so Mars has more of an influence in that square that's releasing. So you may have seen this play out over the past week where compromises needed to be made in those areas, and that Mars energy had more of a say in that challenge or tension that existed. On Wednesday, we will see Venus oppose Neptune. So Venus will be at 29 degrees of Virgo, finishing up her tour of duty. And as she's about to exit Virgo, she's opposing Neptune at 29 degrees Pisces. This is a mutable opposition. Now, Venus wants clarity and harmony so she can have peace, as she's been clearing things out and working through the details in Virgo. And just as she's looking for this clarity with this opposition to Neptune and Pisces, Mercury goes direct at 21 degrees of Leo. So Venus will be able to get her clarity now that Mercury is stationing direct. When we saw Mercury in its pre-shadow period around July 15th, Venus was about 15 degrees away from Mercury in Leo. So Venus has been traveling through the same Leo-Virgo areas while Mercury has been in retrograde, which means that Venus topics have been very much the focus of Mercury retrograde. So whatever you may have wanted to begin while Venus was in Leo, it may have gotten delayed or slowed down during the Mercury retrograde. And now that Mercury is going direct, it can start to move forward slowly because Mercury is not going to be at its normal speed yet. It will be moving slowly through the same areas that it traveled during its retrograde, now that it's going direct. And in mid-September, when it passes through that area, then we will see Mercury pick up speed and travel, in its normal mode. So you may see that things can now pick up where they left off before the Mercury retrograde started, and you'll be taking things slowly, or they will progress slowly until mid-September, which is very much welcome because nobody really likes Mercury retrograde, but it does serve a purpose. It's good for rethinking things and looking over details and looking at different things that you didn't see before, that need to be seen, so you are well equipped with what you need to know to get through a certain area of focus. On Thursday, we will see Venus enter Libra, her sign of rulership. So this is wonderful because now that she's getting clarity, now that she's starting to see that maybe she can pick up where she left off during mid-July, she is now in a sign that she's home. So this makes Venus very strong and in her power. And as Venus enters Libra, she's going to make a air trine to Pluto at 0 degrees of Aquarius. This is very symbolic of the fact that Venus now, she returned home where she's comfortable, is in her power, and she's making a trine at an anaretic degree to Pluto. So this is going to enable her to make new beginnings or have new beginnings, and move forward with clarity. Pluto's been, he's known for being the master of, you know, destruction and rebirth. And at 0 degrees, it means that you're getting a taste of what new chapter Pluto is going to be opening up for you. And with Venus making that trine, Venus is like, okay, we know what chapter we're moving on to. And now that I'm home in Libra, I want to make things happen. You know, I want to balance the scales out. I want to, you know, have my money, my love in focus. I want everything in check. I want peace and harmony, so all can go well with this new chapter, right? And as this is happening, Juno is making a conjunction to the South Node at 6 degrees of Libra. And so this is basically helping us let go of old or past commitments in whatever area that Libra rules in your chart. That'll tell you what kind of commitments you're letting go of. The moon will be in Cancer, and later in the day on Thursday, it will make a trine to Neptune at 29 degrees of Cancer and 29 degrees of Pisces. These are water signs making a trine to each other, which is good for using our intuition and tapping into our visions, our dreams, our fantasies, our creative, you know, our creative side, our spiritual side. And this trine could help us navigate how to handle what it is that we're dissolving and releasing when we're talking about Neptune at an anaretic degree, especially. But this could also be because it's later in the day, it's really, well, late at night that this happens. This could be having very vivid dreams that are very symbolic, that kind of open up your subconscious and give you messages on how to navigate something in your waking world. So it'll be interesting to see how this, you know, moon trine Neptune at an anaretic degree later, you know, in the evening can influence us. And obviously with this trine, it's not long lasting because the moon is traveling quicker than Neptune. But it is in essence a good opportunity to tap in. On Friday, we will see the moon enter Leo, which brings really good vibes, or easier vibes, for Labor Day weekend for those of us in the United States that celebrate it. You know, the moon in Leo is very passionate, very fun-loving, you know, likes to be happy and have joy, and very tribe-focused. You know, the moon is not really home in Leo, but this could be a way to tap into, you know, what you're passionate about, tap into your heart space. However, the moon will make an opposition to Pluto, which may bring a brief emotional struggle, you know, a very head versus heart struggle when we're talking about Aquarius opposing the moon in Leo. This could be a power struggle, or, you know, struggles with having power in a situation. It is brief, so I wouldn't be too concerned about that ruining your Labor Day weekend. On Saturday, we will see Mars start to approach a square to Neptune. Mars will be at 27 degrees of Gemini. Neptune is at 29 degrees of Pisces. This will exact on Monday night, so it'll be after we get through the holiday weekend, but you may feel the energy building up over the weekend. Mars, like I discussed before, wants to take action and discuss ideas and plans, wants to negotiate, especially in the mutable sign of Gemini. You know, there could be a lot of focus on negotiating things. Gemini is the sign of the twins. You know, there could have been, you know, a lot of, you know, two sides of the coin, or two different, you know, thought processes of a situation, or two different possibilities. And, you know, Mars was trying to navigate which direction. And with the square to Neptune and this happening yet again at an anaretic degree, You know, Neptune is wanting to dissolve and complete something. And a mutable square means that a compromise can be found in this situation. So that is a bonus to this kind of energy. So if there is a challenge or tensions arising in your Gemini and Pisces areas, there is a way to resolve it. On Sunday, we will have the moon in Leo make a conjunction to Mercury at 22 degrees of Leo. And this is going to yet again have us help focus on what our heart space is saying to us. This is going to be a possibility for emotional conversations. Our mind may be very much focused on our emotions, wanting to speak about how we feel about something. And this could be very loud and proud in Leo. You know, like, you know, I'm just thinking romantically, you know, proclaiming your love for someone, you know, this could very much be that kind of energy. And we will also see Pluto re-enter Capricorn at 29 degrees to finally finish the demo work that Pluto's been doing in Capricorn for 2 decades. And so this is going to be like that last nail in the coffin for the next few months as Pluto is backing into Capricorn. It's only going to get to, I'm pretty sure, 28 degrees of Capricorn over the next few months. And it really is the nail in the coffin. This is really, you know, finalizing that Capricorn chapter that Pluto's been working through, you know, like a demolition derby, you know, forcing us to dig up what's not working, what isn't on solid ground, you know, the foundations in our world, in our Capricornian house, that need to be rebuilt, that need to be, you know, you need to destroy something that's not working in order for you to have something better, right? That's what Pluto wants. Pluto wants you to have better. Pluto wants you to be the phoenix rising from the ashes. So as we see Pluto re-enter Capricorn, it's going to make a sextile to Neptune in Pisces. And so this will help us yet again, you know, Neptune wants to dissolve 29 degrees Pisces, the last sign of the last degree of the last sign of the zodiac, making that sextile to Pluto. Neptune's going to help enable this finalization and this closing out over the next few months. So we have a lot of Venus focus and we have a lot of Neptune focus this week. And there's very much, you know, an energy of letting things go so you can begin something new this week. You know, between Juno conjuncting the South Node, letting go past commitments, you know, trines being made to Neptune, squares being made to Neptune at an anaretic degree, Venus trining Uranus is shaking up and breaking up and, you know, changing things for, you know, a long-term better future, especially when it comes to love and money. And then making that air trine to Pluto at 0 degrees of Libra and Aquarius. We're very much looking at 29 degrees and 0 degrees, finishing something and beginning something new. It's very much the focus this week. That is the vibe of the whole week. And then once we get through this week, we're going to have a new moon in Virgo next week. I'll be back to talk about that. And we're essentially starting to build up towards eclipse season. So, you know, the energy of the lunar eclipse that comes up September 17th, we can already feel this building up. You know, we're only a few weeks away from that. And lunar eclipses, especially, we can feel them building up about a month before. And that is going to happen at 25 degrees of Pisces, very close to Neptune. which is really going to be significant, I think. But we're not there yet. We have, you know, this week to focus on, and eventually we'll focus on the eclipse when we get closer to that time. But for now, we're on the heels of the Aquarius full moon. We're on the heels of a lot of 29 degree, 0 degree areas where we're closing things out. We're beginning something new. Venus is in strong, you know, focus with a lot of the aspects this week. So there's going to be a lot of love and money changes taking place, and opportunity to, you know, harness in something new. So I really love that. We can all use some good Venus influences. And if you like this video, if you found it helpful, please share your comments. I respond to them usually within the same day. Sometimes, you know, it takes me a couple of days, but I respond to all of them. I'd love to hear how you're doing during this time. I know it's been pretty intense for everyone that I've talked to about it. And if you're not already subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. It really helps me grow my channel so I can eventually do this full-time one day and talk more about more things astrology than what I have time to discuss now. So hit that like button, share the video, share your comments, subscribe, do all the things, and have a great week, everyone. Take care.